Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's me, your boy, Dragon Master 525, aka Keon, coming out with another live stream. Also, I do want to shout out, Bradley, for tuning into the stream. Damn, was watching me set up the stream, dude. What a homie, dude. Alright, we're gonna finish up what we were doing, yesterday before I got super tired. You're gonna be purifying the rest of all these Pokemon. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And after that, we're gonna team build, and then we're gonna take on the fucking mountain battle again. we did that before. It was 100 trainers, and it took us like almost 7 hours and 20 minutes, 7 hour and a half between there to go up against 100 trainers. It was gnarly. Okay, I can't believe I missed so much of your stream. So sorry, man. It's cool. I'm always streaming. I know when you saw me last time, I was taking like a little bit of a break, which I have. And then I recently started playing Pokemon Colosseum, and oh man, what a ride, dude. What a ride. We're pretty much here at endgame, and we're just purifying everything, doing Mountain Battle again, and we 100% complete this game. Which is like super crazy. So the strat, I was explaining the strategy yesterday. So if you don't know, I've been playing Pokemon Colosseum since it released back. Technically it released in 2003, but the release didn't come out until 2004. But I've been playing it before I gave it away when I was younger, and this is the only game that I would actually be good at or play constantly, 24/7. More than that. So now we have 32 out of 48 Pokemon that we have to purify. Yeah, we're pretty much almost there. And then once we finish with purifying every Pokemon, we're going to team build with the chat. We're going to make the ultimate team, and we're going to go through Mountain Battle. I was just folding my clothes, and guess what? One of my pants, the strings, it looked like it got melted from the dryer, and now it's stiff. That sounds crazy. What's crazy is now my Espeon is about like 12 levels higher than my Umbreon. Maybe 14. I was able to fix it. I was actually worrying me for a sec because, but I had to throw it away. I gotcha, dude. That kind of stuff happens to my clothes, kind of like all the time. Except for like, instead of getting like stiff stuff, like my clothes just kind of like rips while it's in the dryer. I lost so much clothes. I feel like I look weird because I'm wearing like mostly sweatpants now, and I normally don't wear sweatpants and shit like that. Not because I'm large either. I'm actually pretty small. I just want normal jeans and normal shoes back. I haven't had shoes in a while. Damn, yeah. And that's why I'm streaming and grinding, you know, so I can get the necessities. I don't need a fancy car or anything. I just need shoes to walk and food on the table. I think that's really it. I don't really need more than that. Maybe like the end goal after I retire from YouTube would probably be like a house, because you know, every time I keep moving, I keep getting into a smaller and smaller place. Man, I wish I could join you all, but don't have money to download the game, and I only have a Switch, but I think I can download it on the Switch once the first one, I mean. Oh, well, I'm not actually, this is actually not on the Switch, I'm emulating through Dolphin. I've been really transparent with that in the beginning. Colosseum probably won't come to NSO, which is Nintendo Switch Online, for a while. They released Exegil of Darkness for Nintendo Switch Online. But I'm playing it because, so a lot of people know me for a lot of Pokemon Colosseum content. I'm like the Pokemon Colosseum channel. I know a lot of people have really good retrospectives and all that stuff, but I think I've created the most amount of Pokemon Colosseum content that isn't just retrospectives or, hey, I really like this game because it's nostalgic. I made a bunch of lore videos, obviously posted in the process of posting the OST. This is a live playthrough. Like, I'm gonna push out as much Colosseum content as I physically can stomach. I feel like, because I've been playing this since, like, mid-2000s, it's like I kind of know everything there is about this game and Exegil of Darkness. Once you kind of get it, the game again becomes super easy. I don't think I really struggled except for capturing Pokemon. The music track is fire. Hey bro, have you heard of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? I have not. What is that? Is that a horror movie? I love horror movies. I'm not gonna lie. Me and my girlfriend yesterday, we watched The Evil Dead, and we watched The Evil Dead 2, and we watched The Army of Darkness, because a couple of days ago we watched the first Army of Darkness, or the first Evil Dead. And then we're gonna watch the TV series. I've been like on a horror kick lately. Remember watching Puppets, like the old 1951, or I think even older? Is it 1920? 1950? Hot take, but I wasn't really too much of a fan of Chucky and stuff. No, it's a book, but it's also a game. I have not heard of it. So basically it's a master computer with an intelligence that has wiped out all of humanity because they built him for war, and now for 109 years he has tortured those 5 humans. Oh shit! Yeah, dude! Bro! Oh my gosh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, dude. I remember, dude, bro... I know there's a scene where, like, one of the chicks was like, trying to, like, fuck, like, this nerdy guy, and this nerdy guy, like, the machine would always laugh at him because he would always, like, incorrectly, like, fuck the girl. Dude, that book is crazy. I didn't know what you were talking about before until you said about the 5 humans. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude. Dude, that machine is fucked up, dude. It's worse than the T1, is worse than Skynet, and it's worse than the fucking, the Matrix bots, bro. Imagine being kept alive for that long, bro. Didn't that... But I'm not gonna lie. What's up? Really thinking about, imagine being a slave that's trapped inside of a box, forced to do the bidding of other beings that are weaker and lesser than you, forced to look at heaven. I mean, that's too broad of a statement for that book. It's a little bit more nuanced than that. Because, like, the thing is, the robot didn't even want slaves. He didn't even want the humans around. He just wanted to keep torturing them to push them into the level of insanity, and he didn't want them to die either because he didn't want the humans to go extinct, right? Because then he couldn't avenge and shit like that. So I feel like there's nuances to that book that are pretty heavy. It just really depends on your viewpoint and how you look at it. Because didn't it end, like, spoiler for anyone who didn't read the book, didn't everyone, like, die at the end except for one person? I'm pretty sure, like, the last human, like, ended up killing the rest of them, and the robot got so pissed that he just tortured him forever. Just prevented him from dying, bro. Oh my gosh. That book is fucking great. Yeah, basically how the ending goes is that they went to an ice cave to have food. The sad thing is that they didn't have a can opener so to open the can, so they basically went through all that for nothing and still couldn't eat anything. So one of them started attacking the other like a wild animal. Yeah, I remember that, dude. He got tired. It was a... Oh, I'm trying to remember who it was. It was like one character that I didn't expect to be able to do it. I think it was like... I think like the weakest link out of the human. Because it was once a handsome man in this life, but anyways. Yeah, I remember, yeah. Dude, what a fucked up book, dude. It reminds me of, have you ever read The Crossed? Dude, The Crossed is fucked up, dude. One of them saw an opportunity and killed the person that was attacking the other guy, and also killed the person that was a gorilla because the computer was distracted laughing at their suffering. Yeah. I really love, like, comic books and stuff like that. So he took the opportunity to start killing them, and then he made a mistake of not killing himself when he had the chance. Instead, killed the other girl, and there was, when he killed himself, but... Dude, that book, The Crossed, damn, even Mouse is pretty crazy. I don't know if you guys read that. There's just some really good books out there that's so underrated. There's still time to save him, so he saved them, turned him into a snail that had no mouth and wanted to scream. I forgot that they turned him into like an animal or something. That's crazy. was thinking, like, after I get more experience with making zines and stuff. Hey, bro, have you read All Tomorrows? Maybe, can you explain what All Tomorrows is? Because maybe I have. I don't know, I read a lot, so it's like, I gotta remember storylines in order for me to remember the name and shit. Also, I was saying, after I finished making, like, action zines and comics, I wanted to get into, I really wanted to make something a little darker, dude. Something, like, depressing, like JJK or something. Or, like, Chainsaw. Man, Chainsaw was so good, bro. So depressing. I don't know, lately, I think JJK, Hell's Paradise, and Chainsaw Man has made me change my taste in anime, and now I just want to see depressing shit. Something about it that it's just like so addicting. I'm just like, damn, dude, I need to read more. Basically, it's about humans evolving and genetically modifying themselves. I need a little bit more. To me, that sounds like cyberpunk. You need to be a little bit more specific. Is there any any main character names that you know, or like any specific scenes that's pretty like I want to say viral but iconic? And it's a comic book, right? Okay, so humans colonized Mars. They had a war. They made peace by making a new race called the Star People after a couple million of years after colonizing other planets. Damn, dude, why does that sound familiar? Who's it by? Who wrote it? Then a new species called the Q showed up and wiped out the human race and genetically modified them in a different creature. Yo, why does this sound familiar? Is it the Q or the Q? Hold on, I'm gonna join right back. I forgot who wrote it. I'm gonna Google it real fast. Yeah, of course. Let me know. I'll add it to my cart on Amazon. I was thinking of doing book report videos. Really want to do book report videos. We're at 13,000. We're not gonna stop till we hit like 40 or 50,000. Oh, I'm gonna put a rap beat in the back, dude, real quick. I'm gonna lower Dolphin real quick. Accept this EXP. Stuck in hyper mode. Perfect. The trick in purifying shadow Pokemon is to consistently put them into hyper mode. The rate of hyper mode changes depending on the level and depending on the... I think it's depending on catch rate, depending on the level, and depending on the Pokemon. Without looking at the Colosseum code, I can't pretty much like I can't tell you like exactly for sure like what it is, like what exactly puts a Pokemon into hyper mode. I think it's a prolonged use of it in battle. Lower shadow gauge as well. If you have a Pokemon with a lower shadow gauge, it'll go into hyper mode a lot quicker than a Pokemon at full shadow gauge. Just a tip. Alright, I'm back. The author is... Hey. Hey. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna hit a quick rap real quick. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. 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 Man, I'm always going up. Man, pass me up a cup. Cause you know what, man. And I'm always picking nuts and crumbs. Yeah. Man. Man, I'm always going dumb. Yeah. Life is sweet. Life is sweet like a sugar plum. CM Cosman, I bet. I'll add it to my cart. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. I said, yeah. I don't really need to scream and yell. And I'm fighting up a Pokemon trainer, they call him Kel. And I killed his Pokemon cause you know what, man. Show and tell. Yeah. Hey. Oh, let me repeat this beat, bro. It's fire. Hey, yeah, hey. This time I go like fucking hard, bro. Yeah, man, put me up with a smile. I'm just trying to, and I'm feeling like lively. Man, I using that stockpile. Cause you know what, man, walking my shoes. Cause you know what, I'm walking that mile. Yeah, yeah. When I don't even know what you say for the warning I should give you. That's okay. I'm an adult, you know. I can handle it. All tomorrows is worse than I have no mouth, and I'm gonna scream is worse than Judge Holden. Ooh, it's fire. The most fucked up comic that I've read is The Cross, and I don't think anything can come close to how fucked up that comic can really be. I'll be completely honest. I feel like I got so desensitized by reading shit like that. I said, yeah. Welcome up to my YouTube live. Man, I'm always feeling fire. Cause you know what? I'm trying to go fighting up to survive. Cause you know what? I'm trying to go walking myself. I'm walking my stride. And I never have to lie. And I'm looking down at the road. Man, I'm looking down at the lines. Looking at the clock. Man, I'm looking at the time. The way it just flies. Man, passing the reefer. Passing the boob. My eyes are feeling so dry. I'm feeling so high. Yeah. Man, I'm trying to go biding my time. The Cross, hold on, what is it about? I might read it. I don't know. I don't think you really want to read The Cross. I'll be completely honest, dude. It is, holy shit. Pretty much The Cross is like an apocalypse story where people gain this virus and it forms like a cross on their face. And the people who become crossed, they become the most sadistic version of themselves, right? And they just start killing, raping, pillaging, just doing the most heinous shit that you can, dude. To literally anyone who's unaffected. It is the most fucked up comic I have ever read in my entire life. Oh my god. Yeah. I said, yeah. Man, I'm feeling dead inside. Man, I'm feeling like the Walking Dead. Cause you know what? Man, I'm trying to go feel myself. I'm feeling like staying American Dad. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. It's time I pick up the pace. I'm trying to go win in the race. Man, my shoes aren't tied. I'm trying to go tie my lace. Cause you know what? I'm wearing the kicks on my feet. Man, I'm spinning the heat. I'm trying to go raise it up by 1,000,000 degrees. Cause you know what? Man, I'm trying to go shooting the court. I'm shooting that three. Hitting the corner shot. Cause you know what? Reaching the top. Man, if you try to go up against me, man, I'll punch you straight in your gut. Cause you know what? I'm stuck in a rut. Man, I'll put you in a pack. Put you up in a blunt. And I'll smoke you up, man. I don't really give a fuck. Oh, hold on. Wow, hold on. That sounds dark, but I do think that's dark. I'm gonna give you something that's from All Tomorrows, an image. You are a race of people on a planet fought back against them. I gotcha. Bro, that beat was fire. Hey, Hey, yeah, man, I'm feeling a little groovy. Yeah, man, my life is a movie. Yeah, nobody even knew me. Yeah, your consciousness, I mean, but you still love your personalities, anxiety, love all that. I gotcha. Yeah, I said, fuck all that. Put me up on that. Man, I'm rapping on the track. Man, I'm trying to go holding a brick. Yeah, I'm just trying to go holding a... Man, I'm trying to go copping a lick. I'm trying to go getting rich. Man, I'm stacking up. My money's so high. Passing the weed, cause you know what? Man, I'm trying to go smoking my eyes. I'm feeling so dry. Drinking Red Bull, and I'm growing wings, and I'm taking flight. After the end of the tunnel, man, I can go see in the light. Yeah. Cause you know what? Man, I'm feeling like a demon, man. I'm stuck in the night. Man, I'm trying to go do it my way. Yeah, right way, cause you know what, I'm just trying to go pushing my weight, man, I'm trying to go pushing that weight, pushing that freight, yeah, call me Prezi, I'm just trying to go be in the head of state, man, I'm trying to go clear in the slate, man, I'm saying, and hella blessed, I got a cleric on the team, cause you know what, man, feeling like Cyclops, I'ma hit you with a beam, man, I'm feeling superhuman, man, call that the X gene, man, I'm trying to go hit you up with a dazzling gleam, yeah, man, No, scroll up to the message before that one. Oh. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, I read the message before that too. Yeah. Let me hit you with some Pokemon rap, dude. Hey, Shofu can do it in a cipher, bro. I can do it live, dude. I said, yeah, catch me up, trapping up on Mars. Yeah, breathing fire like a Charizard. Yeah, I can't even afford Pokemon cards. Yeah, I'm just trying to go, zapping on this beat once I did zap a dose. Clear body on my mind, hard like a Metagross. And I never need to boast, like a Nuzzy, I'm just trying to touch your toes. Yeah, like a Jinx, and I'm trying to fuck that hoe. Wait, pause, when my Caterpie evolved to a Metapod, and I press B, I'm a savage. Give me up your polka dollars, and you know I'm trying to have it. Yeah, I'm trying to snag it. Yeah, I'm a trainer, cause you know, man, I'm ballin' with legendaries. I'm a savior. Yeah. Okay, I'm just saying, who are these people who wrote this? Who wrote the cross? Who wrote, I have no mouth and I must scream, are you in K-Life? Those are the questions I have for them. Did somebody hurt you? I gotcha, like that kind of makes sense when you're looking at the context of the story. I said, yeah, when I'm looking down and my pocket's fat like a Snorlax, and I use that raz and my eyes are closed, and you know I'm trying to relax. I'm just trying to eat a snack. Yeah, and my pocket's looking fat. Hariyama, it's so swole. It's like a timber, and you know I got that totem pole. Hey, yeah, gotta bring it back, man, cause you know I'm never coming back. Yeah, and I'm feeling like a Snorlax trying to eat a snack, cause you know I'm trying to break you up in half. And I got an Espeon on the team, and you know in the back Meganium and got the teeth, and you know I'm smoking on that Vileplume. Yeah, and you know I'm always flying higher, feeling like a Mew. I'm trying to beating up that pussy and it's dripping like it's gloom. But you know what, man, and I'm always bringing in the doom, and I'm always trying to go with a flow. Man, I'm feeling like that sire, man, watertight, feeling like Quagsire. Fucking Pokemon raps, bro. I was like, ah! Hey. Hey, I said put me to board, cause you know what, man, and I'm chillin' snagging Pokemon and Norn. Call me Pokemon Trainer West, cause I'm the best. No shadow Pokemon can even go at my neck. I'm bulletproof, so I'm always trying to wear the vest. I'm trying to purify, man, I'm trying to sanctify. Man, bring me up to Relic Forest down in the gate, cause you know purifying Pokemon is what I do with his fate. Cause you know destiny not, I'm trying to cut it, cause you know, man, I don't really fuck with dates. Who would win in the fight? Gojo versus, wasn't a lawyer guy? Higuruma. Okay, so here's the thing. So if Gojo's Infinite Void, if Higuruma can turn down Gojo's Infinite Void using Judge Man, so it really depends on the situation. Because if Higuruma activates his domain expansion and summons Judge Man, Gojo can't be physically violent, so I would question whether or not Infinite Void would be a curse technique that is violent. And Gojo hasn't really done anything wrong, so Judge Man can't really judge him. It only depends on the fact that if Higuruma can get the Executioner Sword, the most would probably be Gojo's cursed energy taken, but that's a really big stretch because of Infinite Void and the 6 Eyes. So it's like we're in a gray area. Cause think about it. Higuruma, this is spoilers for anyone who hasn't read the manga, so if you want to tune out now, let me know. Oh yes, he did. Shibuya wasn't Gojo though. He only killed the cursed spirits. He didn't kill anyone, and he tried saving a lot of people. Versus Yuji, who's took over by Sakuna. Because remember, Sakuna took over Yuji and killed like shit ton of people, right? But Judge Man didn't care because like it was still Yuji's body, and Yuji accepted the crime. That's why Higuruma got the Executioner Sword, and that's why he stopped using the Executioner Sword, because Judge Man gives him the packet of every information about the curse user. He gave everybody 6 months worth of brain damage. Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. But I do think Gojo would be able to mop the floor with Higuruma, only for the sole fact that like Gojo didn't really do anything wrong. The most will probably be killing Michael, the whip guy. Yeah, that's the only thing I can really think of. Or Toji, but that Toji was a long time ago, so like I don't think Judge Man would judge him. So yeah, it really depends on the situation and whether or not Gojo has Infinite Void. What you mean, like Gojo killed people? Because Gojo didn't kill anyone. If you rewatch it, he only killed all of the cursed spirits. He let people die because, you know, you can't protect everyone. That's why he went against, fuck, what are they called? Those trio of cursed spirits? So yeah. I mean, it just really depends, you know. I mean, I do have to say this. No, I can understand that, but Toji. I mean, he did kill Toji, but I think the way Judge Man works is like the most recent thing that you did. I don't think I don't think Judge Man will go what? Because, like, Gojo was, like, what, 18, 17? Maybe even younger at the time. And then in Modern Jujutsu Kaisen, he's, what, in his mid-20s? Probably mid to late 20s. So that would be I feel like that would be a pretty long stretch for Judge Man to judge Gojo for that. But then again, like, fucking Judge Man did, was able to, do the Cursed Energy Restrict because, Yuji was able to go into the parlor, that pachinko parlor. How Gush Man works, you can just take up any crime, you did in the past, any crime, it's random crime, he'll take up. Okay. But was it really a crime though? Because he was, Gojo was still protecting the star vessel for Tengen. So how does that work? And technically, didn't Gojo die and he just used reverse curse technique to come back alive? So wasn't that like, wouldn't Judge Man see that and see that it's judgment enough? Because Toji did kill him first. And Toji did kill the Star Platinum. Yeah, but murder's murder? I mean, yeah, you got a fair point, honestly. You got me with that one. I'm kind of stumped. I don't know how else I can spin it. You got me. I feel like the only other way that Gojo can stop Judge Man is Infinite Void. Can't really take what you can't touch, right? Okay, I can understand that. Okay. The way I see it is, so you know how like Yuta has like insane level of cursed energy, and how he was explaining to Yuji that like Gojo is more consistent with his cursed energy, but Yuta can only do it in a short burst because Gojo has insane reserves of cursed energy. I feel like my theory is that the extent of his cursed energy would Judge Man would take a piece of it, not the whole thing. Yeah, I can see, I'm pretty sure, so Judge Man is a pretty fast domain. I feel like if Gojo straight up just used the infinite domain, his domain, infinite void, it would just fry Higuruma's brain before he even has a chance to fucking, use Judge Man. Also, we also forgot that Gojo can actually physically fight Toji, like in a fist fight. So, Higuruma has to literally spam Judge Man in order to stop Gojo from moving. Okay, so how Judgment works is that if you have a technique, he'll take away your technique. Yep, that's based if you pass the verdict or not. But you still have cursed energy. But if you have no technique, he'll take away the cursed energy. But he has so much potential, maybe even he would be able to choose what to be taken away. Because if you take away cursed energy, then there's no cursed technique. Yeah, true. And also on top of that, if you lose all your cursed technique, like in the Cullen games, they explain it. If you permanently remove the cursed technique off of a sorcerer, like, they die. Judgment only does a temporary lift off the cursed energy. I don't say, maybe you would be able to choose, oh yeah. I don't say, let me explain how the 6 eyes work. The 6 eyes is basically, you know, I have stamina people, sometimes they have high stamina. Cursed energy works like stamina. True, but the 6 eyes does more than just give him more cursed energy. The 6 eyes also doubles down as a pseudo Geki Genkai, like a Naruto. So he's able to detect like literally everything in the area. That's why I told you got pissed when Kid Gojo found him when he was trying to assassinate him. And I think it meets the requirements of being a Geki Genkai because it's passed down through the Gojo clan. Do you know how Gojo noticed him is because he felt the whole time there's no cursed energy there, so he was confused. That's why he turned around. I can kind of see that. It wouldn't really make any sense because like he was already in an area where there's other people that didn't have cursed energy. I think the 6 eyes can also detect bloodlust in assassins. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to send that again. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I can? Okay. Oh, actually, no, wait. Now, it can't know that it noticed the day assassins. It just noticed that they have more cursed energy than the average human. So he was looking around because, you know, bro, they're kind of crap at this game. What you mean? You're talking about Pokemon Colosseum? Or are you talking about like our discussion? Let's talk about the game that you're playing right now. I wouldn't say I'm crap. We just did literally a 7-hour live stream where I fought 100 trainers without dropping a single mon or dropping a single battle. And what you're seeing is me purifying Pokemon. I don't care if they die, as long as that heart gauge goes down, dude, we complete our goal. Apparently this is like the hardest Pokemon game, but it doesn't really seem that hard to me. But basically there's a difference between human curse energy and sorcerer's cursed energy. Sorcerer, sure, he can have looker's energy, but have more cursed energy than the average person. I got that. So you can have low energy, but you always have a higher anchor's energy than a human or an average team, no matter what. But in MA cases, she's lower cursed energy than normal. I gotcha. She's almost at that human level of cursed energy, but just a millimeter higher. I gotcha. That's why she can seek your spirit's kind without her glasses and normal people can't. Makes sense. I didn't really care about Ladian. Fuck that Pokemon. Almost there. We purified 32 Shadow Pokemon. It's gotten into Hyper Mode. This is what I want. Also, another thing, if you guys don't know, if you guys never played Colosseum, Shadow Pokemon cannot level up until they're purified. They also cannot learn any new moves unless their Shadow Gauge goes down. They regain all their EXP in battle after purification. That is a 4th Colosseum win in a row. 4 wins in a row, people. 4 wins in a row. Got 33,000. We can go purify some stuff. And this is how you cheese it, dude. You don't need to go to Mount Battle. You don't need to go to any other Colosseum. You just run Pirate Colosseum like 4 or 5 times. Go to Gate Village. Buy as many Vivid Sense as you can. And then you purify like 3 Pokemon. The longer you stay in the Colosseum winning, the more money you get. Realgem Tower yields the most amount of Poké Dollars, but the thing is, it puts you into an unskippable cutscene and credits, so that's why it's not good. Phoenix City, keep up the win streak, or you will lose in the next round. True. Well, wait till we purify everything and run Mountain Battle again, dude. It's gonna get Mountain Battle the second time running around post game is gonna be hard as fuck. So this is what you do. So this is a strat that I've been using for like the last like 10 years. But Vivid Sense is probably so you get the cologne case from this lady up here. Right, you talk to her, you get the cologne case, and that's what helps you get the scents that you can buy. I'll be right back. I'm outside doing stuff, so I'll be able to still hear you. I have my headphones. Okay. I'm actually contemplating taking Ursaring for final team. Once we purify everything, we're gonna figure out a team with chat, and we're gonna build an ultimate team, and we're gonna level it up mid-mount battle. We should be able to get into the 60s for anything under level 20 or level 30. Yeah, this guy's gonna probably reach like early 50s. A Thrash, yeah. I want that, yeah. Give me that Thrash. Actually, yeah, we're gonna get rid of Lick. I'm gonna keep Fake Tears on there because Espeon is a high special attacker. So, just in case we bring Ursaring into our team, that Fake Tears is gonna be pretty good. Alright, this is what you do. So you want to stay near... So... Alright, so this is how much heart gauge we have for our Mon. This is going to probably take like 5 or 6, maybe 7 colognes. And what you want to do is you want to stay in close to the relic stone. Because the moment our heart opens up, this is going to be available. Instead of just being like right here, right? You know, I can instantly tell what's available or what's not available. So... Cologne case. Oh, that's a jokey. Cologne case. Purify this Absol. 2. Okay, that's 3. 3 or 4? Yeah, that's 4. This is 5 right here. So where are we at? Okay, that's 5. Alright, it's gonna take a little bit longer. For some reason, this heart gauge for this Absol. So, funny enough, different Pokemon, in this game, their shadow gauge, I'm not really too sure what, like, determines this, but some Pokemon's heart gauge, some Pokemon's heart gauges are harder to, you know, bring down than others. Like Suicune, Raikou, Entei, that's a heart gauge that's pretty hard to do. I wonder if it's because an Absol has a 5% catch rate. Maybe that's what's affecting the heart gauge. Man, I really got to do like a deep dive into the code of this game and see kind of like what's behind it. I think it takes three colognes per gauge. There's 5 gauges, I think. I'm gonna count it. Yeah, 5. You know, I don't even, hot take, I don't even like Absol. This Pokemon, like, I was stuck in Realgem Tower for like four different runs trying to capture this Pokemon, and I don't even want it on my team. Every time I see it, I get triggered. I just look at it all the wasted time, dude. I'm glad we didn't do a Nuzlocke for this game. I might do a Nuzlocke for Pokemon Colosseum in the future. I was just walking outside doing my thing when I got close to Spiderweb, because it was both mat outside to dry. I swear, I thought the spider was calling my name. It was a big spider. Never felt fear like that in a while. Oh, dude, I felt that. When I was living in Washington State, apparently in September it's spider season, so spiders come out of the woodworks and just breed like crazy. And I was looking at a crack, right? It was like a mat, and like there was a crack under it, and dude, I found a whole ass tarantula. I was like, whoa, what the hell? I've only seen 4 tarantulas in my lifetime, like out in the wild. I love entomology. I love insects and arthropods and inverts, dude. Ooh, if we get bigger on the channel, and if I'm able to get like an apartment or a house, I want to actually do like pet keeping, and I want to do aquariums, and I want to do inverts. I have a picture. My friend, he's pretty famous in Rhode Island for the University of Rhode Island. He got his master's degree in 24 in entomology and made a couple books, in studies. And when I met him for the first time, he gave me like, dude, I'm talking about totes full of like different caterpillars to rear. It was awesome, dude. Atlas moths. Oh, dude, I would just want. I'm kind of tired of gaming and like all this other stuff, and I just want to do real life stuff, you know. I want to do pet keeping, dude. The kind of fish I want, dude. I want to keep like a nano reef tank, and I want to get a ribbon eel. Oh, dude, a ribbon eel, and then for freshwater, I want a goby. Oh, dude, gobies are awesome. My friend has this goldfish. It's a ranchu goldfish, so they're like the fancy goldfish, and they're pretty expensive. Oh, dude. And clownfish. Clownfish are my favorite fish, dude. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. also got to surprise my girlfriend. I'm going to propose to her. I think I might use my YouTube check to buy her a ring. I don't have a lot, but Parish Song is actually crazy work. The fact that this asshole knows this is crazy to me. Alright, what are we doing next? My dream is always to get like a pet dog, but I'm only gonna get a fat dog when I'm like 50 or 60, you know? Why you dying with me, boy? I'm not getting on 30. I'm not going through the entire depression arc. That's what I'm feeling. I'm kind of sad because, like, August 11th, 2 years ago, my dog passed away. I registered him as a support dog, and I'm kind of sad. I really want a dog back because it's really hard for me to kind of, like, cope through life. Having a little buddy there and treating him with the best. It says, so I'll repeat your last comment. It says, my dream is always to get like a pet dog, but I'm only going to get a fat dog when I'm 50 or 60. You know, why are you dying with me, boy? I'm not getting him on 30, and then I'm not going, I'm not to go through the entire depression arc. And I felt that, dude. I relate to that so heavy. What I want to do is I want to get a cat and a dog and raise them together. The last time I worked with animals, besides working on my own dog, training him, and, you know, giving him the best life possible, because I was hand cooking his meals. A ring for who? My girlfriend. I want to propose to her. I want to take the next step because I'm 29. I'm about to reach 30 like next year. So I want to get a ring and I want to propose to my girlfriend and make her like a fiance, you know, and then have a wedding. It's kind of hard when you're poor and trying to like do that. So I was thinking, as much as I love my Pokemon games, like my Fire Red and all that stuff, I'm actually definitely contemplating like selling all my Pokemon games, just so I could buy this ring for her. I don't need no fancy stone. I don't need the biggest ring, dude. I just want something special, and I want to forge it myself. I feel like there's nothing cooler than being a man and forging a ring for your significant other. That would be baller, dude. I'd be like Thor when he was making his hammer, you know what I'm saying? Damn, bro. I know, dude. I'm Unk, dude. My sister has a kid, dude. I'm actually Unk. You can call me Unk Dragon, dude. This song's extremely lovely, bro. I don't even have to worry to express just to make sure she doesn't see this video, bro. I know. If she sees the live stream, dude, the surprise is over. We gotta keep it a secret, guys. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. I was thinking, like, I wanted to record it too, just because I've seen that kind of reaction, and I feel like it would be cool to kind of immortalize her reaction. That way I can always look back on it. That way when I'm, like, older and have kids, I could be like, yo, Sonny, look at how I proposed to your wife. I mean, to your mom. Don't worry, me and the other two people that haven't talked this entire time will keep the secret, right, guys? That's what I like to hear, dude. It makes me sad. So she's really excited for this, and I'm really excited too. When I met my girlfriend, and this is not to throw her business out there, but she was with her ex-partner, and he didn't propose in the span of 13 years. So, definitely gonna be proposing to her in less than 2, that's for sure, dude. No, that you guys are just silent. And just silent. What kind of ring, like, yo, hey bro, what ages you get a credit card? So I don't have a credit card, I have a debit card. If you're younger and if you're looking for a credit card, I'm not gonna lie, I would actually avoid getting a credit card. I feel like this is something that most adults won't tell you. But the way credit cards work is that you get it with a bank, and pretty much you have credit, and that's money that you just don't have, and whatever you spend on that credit card, you have to pay back. It can really fuck up your life. I'm just gonna put it as bluntly as possible. And you can get debt with interest with a credit card if you don't pay it right. It's better to just get the money and have a debit card. And the way the debit cards work is that if you have the money, it instantly takes it out right away. It's probably not as better than the credit card because you could just build credit with a credit card. Buying a house and stuff requires credit. But it really depends on your preference. I advocate against credit cards because they can really fuck up your life if you don't know what you're doing. But I would say talk to some of the adults in your life. Talk to your mom and dad, right? Talk to them about credit cards, and really figure out all the information that you need in order to make a good decision on whether or not you want a credit card and build credit, or if you want a debit card and just use money right away. I feel like most people my age got suckered into credit cards because adults were just kind of pushing it. Other adults were just kind of pushing it, because they're just like, oh, you need a credit card for everything. I mean, the good thing is I have a debit card. Yeah, honestly, you have a debit card, you don't need more than that, right? I just say, start saving now. Things are gonna get harder, and it's better to just every time you get a check, every time you get money, put $20 aside a week. You could do it a day, a week, a month, whatever. And if you have a savings account that builds interest over time if you don't touch it. I have a bad habit with saving, and I need stuff right away because I'm always in sticky situations. So it's hard for me to save. But if you're able to hold on to money a little bit better than I can, or if you have a little bit more discipline, I'd say just hold it. I promise you, in 20 years from now, you're gonna have a lot of money. A lot of money. I'm no financial expert either, so please take everything I say with a grain of salt. I do want to state that I'm no legal advisor. Oh, trust me, I have the same problem. Yeah, you're just like me. I can relate to that. That's why I tend to work ridiculous hours and stuff. I'm struggling to save $15 right now. I just made $15. Now I'm trying to place to hide it from myself. Put it in the bank. I promise you. Nothing is better than putting it in the bank unless the bank is terrible. Then don't put your money in the bank if the bank is terrible. Because there's banks that would steal your money, but it depends on the bank, dude. And I was running with a Bank of America before, and if I didn't have a certain number of stuff in my account, dude, they would take money from me. I was like, what the hell, dude? How am I supposed to save? Cute charm. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. Unironically, I needed that alive so I can go into hyper mode. Dude, what the hell? Oh lord, dude. Tropius. I hate Tropius, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Half the money, but I'm just gonna know I'm gonna keep it at home and then wait for my father says I can put it in my account. Yeah, of course. And always talk to your dad, dude. Always talk to your dad about, finances. Learn from your dad as much as possible because, he's older than me. He's probably lived a longer life than I have, so he probably has more wisdom than I could give. Or finally lets me in for whatever. I gotcha. 47? Yeah, he's way older than me. He sounds like he's living his best life. Oh, I wish I can get it like a family with kids, dude. I would love to have a kid. I would give my kid the best life that I never had. The right way. I don't believe in spanking, I don't believe in that kind of stuff, but I do believe in firm discipline. Nothing crazy though, If your kid's having issues, sit down, talk with them. It's not hard to talk to a human being, no matter what age they are. Unless they're like a toddler and like are recently just learning, then it's different. Oh, trust me, sounds good until you see him in the cracks, but not so little too personal right now. For sure, and you don't have to share much, But I understand the sentiment that you're coming from, and, it happens. Adults, like, mostly parents, they try to do everything because it's funny because it's like something I learned from Naruto where it's like Shikamaru is like, was talking to, his teacher about, like, what the king is, and the king is the kid. It's your offspring, and you want to do everything for your kid in order to protect them or her and make sure that they have a full life with no trauma. But bro, I've been trying to find ways to make money. I feel like it's almost impossible. I thought about selling snacks, the canteen, so snacks, about selling Sweetie, the canteen, so Sweetie. I thought selling school supplies, the principal sells school supplies. You know what you should do? You should, and don't let me dictate what you want to do in life, but if you're trying to make some extra money, I realized art's pretty good. You can do commissions. Pixel art is, people pay a lot for pixel art. I just did a commission drawing pixel art guns for $200 each, right? Try starting a YouTube channel with, obviously with your parents' permission and your parents guiding you and keeping track of what you do online. You can make money off of YouTube if you're consistent with it. School supplies, I feel like school supplies would be pretty good. You know what you should also do if your area has a lot of snow? Try getting seasonal jobs. It's never too late, never too early to start doing apprenticeships, and get into programs. Get the necessary skill while you have it now. That way, when you get into the workforce, you have an easier time. And also, apprenticeships also give you money too, depending on the apprenticeship. I say get hungry for skill and get hungry for work. If you can hustle and if you can get a good work ethic, I promise you, you'll be making so much money. I wish someone told me this when I was a kid. I was just a dumb kid, just goofing off, failing in school. And also do good in school. School's super important. I was like an F student, right? I just kind of gave up on school and I just kind of coasted through life, and it's affected me when I went to college and I had to drop out. And you don't need college, right? But if you want to go to college for a specific profession, I say pursue it. Just don't get into loans. Make sure you have all the money up front. But I could definitely give you as many ideas as you want to hustle. Hustling is good, as long as it's not illegal. Don't do drugs. Don't sell in the street. Galleries, gallery work. If you do paintings, and if you get your work into galleries, you can make a lot of money through that too, because they auction off your paintings. You can make comic books, zines. Zines are like self-published DIY books, short for magazines, right? You can vend at events and you can sell that. I make about $200 to $300 just selling art at like events, you know. You pay like a small fee at these places, right? You set up a table, you get all the materials, you get all your work, put them on the table, just let people come to you, talk with them, and then sell some of the art. I only know creative ways to make money. If you want like an actual answer in terms of just like jobs you can do, if that's what you're asking, computer stuff, programming is really good. Most of my friends a couple years back, they went into coding and they make a lot of money. Like my friend has fucking, what is that car, dude? It's a fancy ass looking car, dude. It looks crazy. Also, get your driver's license. I am 29 and I am just learning how to drive. I finally started getting behind the wheel. Get your driver's license. I am working on that. It sucks just walking or skating. Just literally everywhere. I'm thinking when I'm growing up, I was like, I want to study being a doctor. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That sounds dope. Maybe a surgeon? Yo, I support you, dude. If that's what you want to do, whatever you want to do in life, dude, I'll support you. 100%. I feel like it's important to find things that you like. Don't let anyone tell you that, like, what you're doing is not good or they don't agree with it. Right now, I struggle with talking to my grandparents because they think that, you know, doing YouTube is, like, not real. They don't think the internet's real, which is wild to me, bro. It's like, how are you gonna be, like, in your 60s and 70s in the year 2026 and, like, not know that you can make money off the internet? And this is not to boast either. I don't like boasting about funds. Because I'm poor. You know, other people are poor too. You know, $100 is $100. You know, whether or not I'm making as much money as a bigger YouTuber or not. But I just don't like when older people that come from a generation where everything was arguably cheaper. And I remember it being cheap. Growing up in mid-2000s, dude, things were cheap, dude. Until the 2008, and that's when the recessions hit. But people who try to shit on your ideas and your interests, dude, like, don't pay much mind to them. Do what you want to do and do what makes you happy in life. Thanks, bro. Anytime. If you don't start working the summer job, because it doesn't snow where I'm at, I gotcha. Yo, cutting lawns is good. Charge like $5-10, dude, just to mow lawns. I know it's hard work for like an hour or two of work, but you never know who's gonna bless you. I noticed that older people, and if there's someone older in my chat, please let me know if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure older people, when they see good, hardworking work ethic, they'll pay more. If you show that you can, you know, handle yourself as a kid, and if you can hustle, and if you're trying to go reach a goal, hey, dude, that $10-15 of mowing lawn could turn into $30-40-50. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do it for, you can't work for the idea that you're gonna get like more money. You gotta do it for the love of the game, and you gotta do it because you know it makes you a better worker. And be competitive, right? If someone's not working as hard as you, work harder. Make sure you don't give room for people to criticize you and downplay your work ethic. Gotta go back to the the healing machine, whatever you want to call it. I don't really even know what you would call this because this place doesn't even have a Pokemon Center. The only Pokemon Center is in like Phoenix City and the Gate Village. Everything else is just like random ass healing machine, dude. Aerial Ace, it has an Aerial Ace? Brother. Alright, I live on 2 HP. I'm a liver, bro. I'm a liver. Alright. Hey bro, I'll give you a scenario. Your daughter works at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, Pendy, and Ink Machine, the studio, or Poppy Playtime. Oh my gosh, dude. Those are the worst places to work. Holy shit. Damn. I'm not gonna lie, I'll take her place. I'm not gonna lie, I would not let my daughter work anywhere there, dude. I would take her place, dude. I'd be like Nicolas Cage, dude, in that one movie. Oh, dude. That is crazy work, dude. Crazy. Give me 1 second. I'm not gonna lie, she's still gonna be broke because Freddy Fazbear only pays like $100 a week. $100 a week for that, bro. Oh my gosh, bro, dude, what? $30 a week is unlivable. Dude, I've been cooking. Side note, I've been cooking in my house, or not. It's not a house, a trailer, but I've been cooking in here for like 2 hours, trying to conserve electricity. It's wild, dude. I have a battery connected to the trailer that gives us hot water, and it only gives us like 6 gallons of hot water. I'm like Fallout. I feel like I'm in Fallout right now. Enjoy Drew Studios pays below minimum wage. Whoa, they're horrible to their employees. Yo, that's wild. The only place you're gonna get a normal amount of money working there is Poppy Playtime, but it's not worth the risk. Yeah, I don't really know too much about Poppy Playtime except for like I know that crazy that like that lady looks crazy, dude. How much money do I got on my PDA? $9,000. Yeah, we could do something. Okay, they're turning children into toys, and I mean by the realistic way, they're taking out all the guts, spring organs, putting it into the toy, and then putting something onto the toy to grow into the toy. That's crazy. run around for a little bit, get the heart gauge down. Go to this wall real quick. Almost there. So bad. They even have bigger body initiative toy. Basically toys that are a big body of the toy, basically. And if your favorite toy, then I imagine a giant version of the toy. That's wild. Alright, bro, I'm gonna have to leave the stream for a bit. I'll be back in like a few minutes. Well, after I finish purifying Lady Anne, I'm gonna, and using the colognes, I'm gonna probably end the stream here, actually. I got some chores to do and all that stuff, so... Hell no, I'm not teaching it Swift. Alright, Quillfish is the one, dude. Then I guess I'll see you, my friend. Yo, thank you, Bradley, for tuning in, dude. I really appreciate you talking to me. Like, it really means a lot that there's people here and actually talking to me and stuff like that. Even the lurkers. I appreciate everyone who's been tuning into the stream. If you guys definitely like the stream, definitely give it a thumbs up. It helps pushes me on into the algorithm. See ya, bro. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day. Alright, so we're gonna end the stream here. Back's hurting a little bit and I gotta do chores. So, probably later tonight, if I'm not doing anything, we'll probably finish up the rest of the Shadow Pokemon Purification and we could be done with this game, dude. I'm trying to 100% it and we're almost there. We got 35 out of 48 Shadow Pokemon purified. We did everything we can. We completed the store. We got every item. The only thing we need left is a mountain battle, and we're going to team build after we purify everything. I'll level up everything as we go on mountain battle, and we're not going to lose or drop a fight. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. This is me, your boy Dragon Master 525, aka Kia.